So it was like the summer of 1985, and I had just graduated from the 5th grade. I was walking around Bug Days, and these three senior cheerleaders approached me from Texas A&I University back then. Mm-hmm. And they're like, "What are you doing, man? We know you're only in the 5th grade, but you want to..." I'm like, "I'm in the 5th grade. I don't know what that means, dude. Like, what does that mean?" And like, "What? Oh, hey, we didn't know you guys were there. Sorry. Excuse us. We want to welcome you guys to the very first episode of the South Texas Bloodsport Show. Thank you guys for being here. Don't forget to share whatever we put out here. Today's first episode is going to be about the 5A teams. Introduce yourself,
bro. There you go again, bro.
I'm not going to say.
There you go.
Introduce yourself, sir.
Hi. Good evening, South Texas Bloodsport fans. I am Brian Castaneda, co-host of the South Texas Bloodsport Show.
Yeah, these first couple of episodes are going to be still be a little different than what they're going to end up being once the season starts and we have matchups to talk about. Today we're going to break everything up into today's going to be 5A. Next week's episode will be 4A. The week after that probably 3A and 2A. Hashtag 2A. But we're going to try and keep it to around 30 minutes. Like, we want you guys to watch the whole thing and stay engaged. If we make it too long, we know you're not going to watch. So maybe about 30 minutes, I say.
How's that? 30 minutes is good.
When we start, I'm going to start with Flower Bluff. Give you guys basic info on what they have coming back and how we feel they might do. This is early season opinions. You know, there's no games played yet. There's not even scrimmages played yet, so we don't really know what's going to happen. But Flower Bluff.
Couple players that are, players to watch.
Yeah, they have that offensive lineman, Johnny Dixon, that's already... Yeah, he's committed somewhere. I want to say he's the one that's committed to U.S. No, the Calallen kid was committed to USC. Johnny, I don't know if Johnny Dixon's committed yet, but I know he has a bunch of D1 offers.
Virginia Tech, does that sound...
Is he the one? Shit, I don't remember.
Do our homework,
you can Flower Bluff fans, let us know in the comment section.
Yeah.
I know you got a badass lineman coming back named Johnny Dixon that's has all kinds of schools after him. D1 schools. So
their quarterback, big kid.
6'5", man. Nash Villegas.
Yeah.
When you're that big and you're a quarterback, I don't know what kind of offers he has. The Flower Bluff fans, let us know in the comment section. But when you're that big and you're a quarterback, you usually have a lot of...
6'5", 240, it's a solid quarterback right there, bro.
He's actually committed to baseball, I think, right now to Texas A&M University, Corpus Christi.
Oh, okay, yeah, he's a ball player, yeah.
He's a baseball player also. 6'5", 240. Flower Bluff, I may be honest, my opinion on Flower Bluff, this is all I know about Flower Bluff. When I used to watch the Coyotes, they're going to be seniors right now, back when they were 7th graders and 8th graders and 9th graders, this is being honest with you, they would beat the hell out of the Flower Bluff teams. So I don't know. You got 3 coming back on offense and 5 on defense. So maybe, everything changes once you get to varsity, but when these classes were younger, the only thing I know about this Flower Bluff team is they would lose big time to some of those Alice teams. So that's all I really know about this Flower Bluff team right now. But
well, I have no doubt that Coach Chris Steinbrook will prepare his team to be what Flower Bluff's known for, powerhouse football. I've seen him play last year. I mean, man, solid. Good sized kids. On both sides of the line, offense and defense. Defense is pretty, usually pretty good. So, offense, I think they lost a running back they've had. I think he was like a 4-year starter.
Yeah, he was there like 20 years. It seems like he was there forever.
He was a freshman, so yeah, it seems like he was there forever. Like that. So, but no, I expect don't count Flower Bluff out.
I think if I'm correct, your all's last district championship was 2014. That seems like a long time for a Flower Bluff team. 6-7 years, going on 7 years.
Yeah.
Once again, if there's any Flower Bluff fans, you can correct us in the comment section. Let us know if we're saying anything wrong. We'll correct it in the next week's episode. But yeah, I think you haven't had one district since 2014.
Yeah, I think they make the playoffs. Last year was their, they made the playoffs. So, but yeah, district championship. That's 2014. Yeah,
Steinberg's going on 7 years with your program. He has a 62-23 record. He's done an all right job when he replaced, what was the previous coach's name? Andrus.
Yeah.
Andrus, who's at Jordanton now. Mm-hmm. Yeah. He kept the tradition going, the new tradition you guys started about 20 years ago or so.
Yeah. And hats off to their youth football program. They have an excellent program out there in Flower Bluff. So, these kids are going through the system, so don't count them out. That's just my opinion.
Why you Brown? Who do you know from Flower Bluff? Why you Brown knows them?
I'm just keeping it real, keeping it 100, bro. All right, let's go to the next team.
Oh my God, there's no good things to say about them except they're 7-7. We'll probably spend maybe 2 or 3 minutes talking about each team, just a little something to give you all. We don't want this. There's 9 5A teams, and we don't want it to go over 30 minutes. So maybe 2 or 3 minutes we'll spend on each team just to give you a little rundown on what they have coming back, what we think they might how they might do. We're gonna do Carroll next. Carroll is
Corpus Christi Carroll Tigers. Yeah.
Carroll, when I was in high school, was really, really good. That was the Jim Slaughter years between 87 and 91. Probably their best era ever. They had some really great teams. Right now, they haven't been the same since Vets opened up. Lost a lot of kids. Them and King lost a lot of kids to Vets.
Yeah.
They're 2-27 the last 3 years under Coach Rodriguez. That's not great. It's hard to blame them for, they lost a lot of students to Vets when Vets opened up, so it's hard to blame them. But
yeah, they're returning 6 offensive starters and 8 defensive starters. So
it's a lot of kids.
I know. I want to say last year, at the end of the year, they started picking it up. Scoring a little bit more. I know they had that televised game against London. It was a good game. And London is a smaller school, but they were on TV. It was broadcast on TV. But they're good on 7-7.
Yeah, I saw them play, I think, 3 times this year in 7-on-7, and their kids looked really, really good. They beat a lot of the better teams, but they beat Vets a couple of times. They just look good. Their skilled kids look good. You don't know what a team's going to do just from 7-on-7 because you don't know if I have no idea what their offensive line looks like. But they're skilled kids. For if there's any Carroll fans watching right now, I saw you guys play a couple of times in 7-on-7, and your skilled kids are really, really good this year. So who knows, man? Maybe I wish nothing but the best for your kids this year. It's been a tough couple of years for you guys. I missed a day when I was in high school. Carroll was a big rival to Alice. Like I said, the Jim Slaughter years, they were really, really good. But it's been a while. You've had some 2 wins in the last 3 years. But
yeah, and I hate to say this, but you're great on 7-7, but once you put those pads on,
it's different.
It's totally different.
See what kind of line you have before we know
totally
what you're
different.
gonna have,
Yeah. So, but like Sergio was saying, those skilled athletes are pretty good. But 7-on-7, it's different.
I have some thoughts on what they might do this year. We'll save that for after we give you a little rundown on all the 9 teams, and then at the end of we'll give you our opinions on what we think the district might look like. It's early season, but preseason predictions. I have my own. I don't know if you have any, but
I have my own. Yeah, and at the end of this segment, we can predict who I think is going to be district champion.
It's been a while since Carroll hasn't made the playoffs in 2016.
Wow.
And they won district in 2015. I don't remember that season though.
2015.
As bad as they've been the last few years, it's hard to believe they just won district a few years ago.
Wow, yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm just being honest with you guys.
Yeah.
Like we said in the other video we made the other day, like just if we say something that seems negative, we're not trying to be negative. We're just trying to be honest. Take what we say as motivation.
So I mean, hopefully these kids see this and they're like, you know what? Let's prove these guys wrong.
They had a lot of energy in 7-on-7. Their coaching staff.
Let's go out there and make the playoffs and shit. Let's go win district. That's.
Take it back to the Slaughter years,
There you
Carroll.
go.
87 and 91. Look it up.
Yeah.
Learn your history. Carroll used to be really, really good.
Oh yeah.
All right, we got the King Mustangs now. Look, I want to be honest, but our friend's kids, his godson's going to be the quarterback for King.
Yeah.
He's really good. I think the King returns 15 starters, 7 on offense and 8 on defense, I think, and
Yeah, he's good. This kid, Brian Guillen, he's good. He's a total package. Last year, I'm gonna be honest. He's a quarterback. He's a quarterback, but he's an athlete. He could play any position. Last year they had him at slot receiver, I believe. Did really well, and then they put him on defense. Excelled on defense.
But you've seen him play? I haven't seen him play.
Oh yeah, I've seen him play. Yeah, I've been seeing this kid play since he was in Pop Warner, man, youth football. And this is what I like, because his age group that he played football with, you got some from Cal Allen, some from Sinton, some from Jeep. They're all over South Texas. But when he was in junior high, they won 2 city championships. So I'm expecting big things from this kid. This kid's been working his tail off all summer long. I mean, he's going to camps. He's getting training from professionals. His dad is on his ass constantly about working out, and it's just time to shine. He's a dual threat. He's not gonna beat you. He's gonna beat you with his legs, or he's also gonna beat you with his arm. Kid, like I said, kid's good. I'm hyping him up, but I know he's gonna back up that hype.
I'll tell you right now, the King history, I have not seen a great run in King football since I was in high school. The 1991 and 1992 years. 91, they had Noel Zepedas, quarterback, Byron Durham, running back. That was a nice little run they had for those 2 years. I haven't seen a good Kings squad put multiple years together. That's 30 years.
Yeah.
30 years, Brian Guillen.
I think
you got to take him to that next level.
I think the last, from what I read up, district championship was 2003, and I think I think they shared it too.
It's 18 years ago.
So,
let's go, Brian. Get that district title, man. It's been 18 years. You weren't even born yet. That's crazy. It's 18 years, man.
This is Coach Foster's second year. I think he came from the Houston area.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's hope they have a great season.
Yeah, King's another one like Carroll that you got to give them a little leniency. They lost a lot of kids also when Corpus Christi Veterans Memorial opened up. So,
yeah.
But they return a lot, and the quarterback, we're biased. He's our friend. His father's our friend, but he is a great athlete, and we'll see what they can do with him this year. Let's see. Good.
I think we need to make a special shout out to DJ Pointy Boots for making sure our sound and equipment's
he's right here. Come say hello to everybody.
Oh,
Brandon Placencio, DJ Pointy
hey,
Boots.
we didn't see you there actually.
Yeah, we didn't see you there. We never see anybody there. You want to say hi?
Hi.
Don't run away. Come. It doesn't matter if you're in your Cantoncillos. Come say hi, Brandon Placencio. All right, man. We'll move on to Corpus Christi Moody. Our friend's a little bit shy.
Corpus Christi Moody Trojans.
Michael Cantu has been there he's 9 years. I think it's going to be his 10th year. He's been there 9 years. This is going to be his 10th year. It doesn't seem like that long. I saw them play last year. I filmed one of their games. I think their Carroll game. They had a lot of really talented skill position kids, and I think the only one they really lost was the quarterback.
Yeah.
But they bring back some running backs, Nathaniel Sada and Nathaniel Nation.
2 Nathaniels, yeah. Yeah, these kids can run. Seen them on film. Both dual threat. They can both run out of the backfield and catch out of the backfield. So
I think
they're going to be fun to watch.
Yeah. Moody fans, correct us in the comments if we're wrong, but I think what does Michael Cantu run? He runs like a kind of a hybrid slot T. It spreads it out a little bit sometimes, but I think it's the slot T base. That's why those running backs they get the good running yards and the receiving yards. It's they're really good athletes. I mean, The last district championship for Moody was 16, 17 years ago, 2004.
Oh, wow.
The same, that's also your last playoff appearance, 16, 17 years.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, if this is the, they're returning 6 on offense, 6 on defense. If this is, this is the time to do it. This is the time to sneak in, that 3rd or 4th spot.
Well, they have a lot of talent.
Playoffs.
In their entire history, Moody only has 1 playoff win. That's insane.
Yeah.
They've been around since 1967 and only have 1 playoff win.
Wow.
I have thoughts on that too. We both do. I guess at the end of the video, we'll talk more about what we feel this team will finish and that team. But they got a lot of talent coming back, man. Like I said, the only real skill kid they lost was the quarterback. But yeah, everybody else are coming back. It's pretty good. But
so come on, Trojans. Let's get in that playoff. Get that 4th spot, 3rd spot shit. Get in that number 1 spot. It's
Coach Cantu, get us a sideline pass. We'll do some Moody games this year.
oh, definitely.
Film some games.
They have
you got a lot of talent.
They have some good fans too. They have some loyal fans.
They have kids who look good on camera. They like I said, talented kids, talented skill position kids.
Oh yeah.
But 17 years with no playoffs, that's too long. You gotta do better than that. All right, Corpus Christi Ray Texans, you're next on the board.
Corpus Christi Ray.
Greg Charleston's been there 6 years with a. 2018 was the only playoff appearance. That's weird because 2016 is when they had a really good team.
Yeah, they had that quarterback.
What was his name? He was a starter for like 3 years. I remember 2016 team because they beat the hell out of Alice that year. And Alice.
Was it Moffitt?
No. That dude played a long time ago.
Oh, okay, my bad. Yeah, I remember that kid. I guess came back from an injury late in the district, and they started tearing it up. And I want to say they knocked Miller out of the playoffs.
2017 is when he got injured in 2017 because I remember when they played Alice, he wasn't playing. His brother quarterbacked.
Mm-hmm.
But they had a really good team in 2016. They didn't make the play. I think they barely missed it. They went 7-3 that year. But your last playoff appearance is 2018. The last district championship is 15 years ago, and you shared it.
Oh well, 2006.
You guys are losing 31 lettermen. You were 2-8, so maybe losing a lot of kids isn't so bad. I don't know if you want to bring back a bunch of starters from a team that went 2-8, but
yeah, they have.
Keeping it real, you guys.
They're bringing 5 and 5 on each side of the ball. And so
they were 2-8 last year.
Players to watch.
Quarterback's the only one I really know about. Ben De La Cerda, if I'm saying his name right.
Okay.
I don't know about Corpus Christi Ray. Our apologies. The camera cut off. So if we repeat something we already said, I don't know. Camera cut off. All right, sorry. Corpus Christi Ray, you won state championships. What happened to you guys? You haven't won district in 15 years. One play. I don't know what to say about you guys anymore. Y'all got to step your game up. You guys still have over 2,000 enrollment. I don't think you guys are in the situation Carroll and King were, where they lost a lot of kids to veterans. You have talent. You had that quarterback a few years ago that was really, really good.
Yep.
Good skill kids. Yeah. Step your game up, Ray. Victoria West, you guys are up. Out of all the teams in your district, you and East are returned the fewest starters. You guys are tough to figure out, man. You guys are always loaded with talent. The Victoria schools have always been loaded with talent, and I don't know what the problem is, man.
So they're returning 4 offense and 4 defense.
4 offense and 4 defense. They've got an established coach. He's been there 5 years already. This is gonna be a 6th year.
Mm-hmm. Looks like got a couple of stud receivers, Dion Green and DeAndre Fillmore.
They make the playoffs every year. Their last district championship was in 2015. They do it. I think that's when they had that really good quarterback. I forget his. If there's any Victoria fans watching, let us know in the comments where we mess up or where we get someone wrong. But,
I think this was the one that had that 2,000-yard rusher too.
We'll do East and West together because it's basically the same things to say about both of you. I think both teams have 4 on offense returning and 4 on defense. You both usually have really good. You are always loaded with talent. On paper, you guys look like you should win district every year, but it doesn't happen. It's been ever since y'all broke up to create that super high school, Victoria Memorial. It just hasn't been the same. When I was in high school, you guys had Victoria High and Victoria Stroman.
Stroman, yeah.
Victoria High was always the dominant team. They always had the big kids. Stroman always had the really, really good skill kids. When you all combined to be Victoria Memorial, I thought you guys were going to dominate, and it never happened. Then what was it about? I think it was 2015 is your all's first year as East and West, I think, if I'm remembering correctly.
That's the last time they won a district championship.
That's the last time West
shared
won district.
Yeah. West.
East, your last district championship. How long have they been? I don't think that's right. I don't think I got that right.
East?
I have you all down as your last district championship being in 2010, but I don't think they've been schools for... East and West have been schools for 11 years already. Let us know in the comment section if there's anyone in Victoria. I know there's some... I know there's some Calhoun fans that will start running their mouth about the Victoria schools. So I don't know if I have any Victoria fans on this page, but I know there's Calhoun fans that like to talk crap about Victoria. So let us know in the comments. But East has Roland Gonzalez. They got him from Ray. He was at Ray first before Simper was there.
Okay.
And they got him. He's been there 9 years, going on 10 years.
Okay. And yeah, they also bring 4 and 4 back.
Glass. If there's any East fans, let me know if I'm wrong about that. What I had written down about you guys is your last district title was 2010. But yeah, you guys are always loaded with talent, and it just is, I don't know.
Yeah, and they're, I've seen them the last, when we followed Miller and King, they're tough teams. Both Victoria teams are, so you can't, count them out either. Players to watch, we got a linebacker, Trent. I'm just going to go out on a limb on this.
That's right,
Zappe.
East.
Okay.
His brother was a quarterback there a few years ago.
Okay.
He got a college scholarship somewhere.
106 tackles, 15 tackles for losses, and 3 INTs. Not bad.
They're really good talent.
Yeah.
But like all your teams are always really talented, and doesn't seem to. I don't know.
Yeah, but see, these Victoria teams they're the teams like they'll beat you on any given Friday. Like,
yeah, they'll beat teams.
Team. Yeah.
They'll beat teams they're supposed to be, and they'll lose. They'll turn around and lose to a team they shouldn't have lost to.
Yeah,
it's an enigma.
I can consider them dangerous.
Yeah,
especially if you're fighting for a playoff spot, and then in this district, you got 9 teams in the district, so it's interesting.
Yeah, if there's any Victoria people watching, let us know in the comments what your opinions on what's happened to your program since they split up into East and West after Memorial. But yeah. I know the Calhoun fans are going to talk. Calhoun fans, you go ahead and talk also if you want. We just want to know what's going on in Victoria. Corpus Christi Veterans Memorial, you're up. You lost a lot. You had a great season last year, but you lost a lot of players, and then you lost your coach. And I think one of your assistants was promoted, Ben Bittner. I'm not sure if he was a special teams coach or offensive coordinator or what, but you guys lost a lot. But what I said about Flower Bluff earlier, I've been following this Alice senior class since they were 7th, 8th grade. They went undefeated in the 7th and 8th grade, the Alice team. They didn't take their first loss, I think, until the 9th grade, and it was against Veterans Memorial. So I'm assuming you guys must have a lot of talent coming up. If it's still there, if the same talent is still there from 2-3 years ago, the kids I saw, they're still going to have a lot of talent. Cameron de la Peña is coming back.
He's a beast.
Yeah, he's already one of CCID's best ever, and he has another year. So
yeah,
they got a new quarterback coming, but I seen him on 7-on-7. He's really athletic also. So
yeah, I think anyone who gets Cameron the ball.
Yeah, Elijah Durrett, that's the quarterback's name. If I'm saying it right, I'm saying it right. Veterans Memorial fans, let me know in the comment section.
Yeah, they're fun to watch. They're fun to watch. Hopefully, you always got to count Veterans Memorial, and you always got to count. They're they come and they play that get after it football. They'll hit you in your mouth and set the tone for the game.
Yeah, they're the
I
ones
like
that
that, real
benefited when they
physical.
opened up. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a lot of the Carroll and King kids.
Yep, transfers.
That's where as far as I know, you got a lot of your King and Carroll kids. If I'm wrong, that's someone that's in on the comment section. But yeah, you all lost a lot. But like I said, I seen you all play when you were younger and this senior class, and they were really talented. So I'm assuming they're going to still be talented.
Yep, they got an all-time. I guess they started varsity ball in 2016.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
And now Gregory Portland is up. No playoffs in 6 years, Gregory
GP
Portland.
Wildcats.
But you hired Brent Davis, who this guy played for when he was at Banquetti in the mid-90s. So
Yeah.
he'll tell you something about Brent Davis that I won't know. But I know Brent Davis when he came to Alice, when I was watching all the Alice games. He turned that program around, and he knows what he's doing. You played for him
Exactly.
at Banquetti, so you know what kind of
Yeah.
coach he is. But
Brent Davis came in. I remember it was my sophomore year going into my junior year. He came in, took over the program and turned it around. I think we hadn't made the playoffs. But you know what? Let me take that back. Our junior year, that was our first winning season in years. And then my senior year, he took his, we did, the playoffs the first time in 22 years. So, yeah, he's known to go places and turn the programs around. I mean, that's what he does. He did it in Banquetti. He did it in Sinton. I think he went up there to Dallas area.
San Angelo Central.
Then he came to Alice.
Well, he went to the Colony.
The
in
Colony.
Between Sinton and Alice. That's where I will say something. He does need some time to work with GP people. So the Colony, he didn't have the greatest record at the Colony. And he was 3 years there, 5-6, 1-9, and 1-9.
Yeah, but
I don't remember what district they were in, though. I think the Colony was in one of those Katy districts, maybe, where it was just really, really, really tough.
yeah, and those schools are huge. Like, there's a lot of competition up there. The kids they're at a whole different level up there.
Yeah, but GP not making the playoffs in 6 years, and the last coach you had he won state titles at Cameron Yo. So you can't say you had bad coaching. So I don't know if there's any GP fans following. Let us know what the state of football is there at GP.
GP, yeah.
No playoffs in 6 years. That's kind of crazy to hear about a GP team, but especially since your last coach won state titles at the school he was at before he went to GP.
Yep, Cameron Yo, I remember that.
Cameron Yo. I think he went he even took, before that, I don't think he won it, but I know he took New Braunfels. New Braunfels or New Braunfels can't. He took one of the New Braunfels schools to the state title game.
Oh, shoot.
So he's a legit coach, and he couldn't get GP in the playoffs. But so let's see what Brent Davis can do there.
Yeah,
He turns programs around.
yeah, that's what he does.
I don't know, GP, saca de la GP. It's not like you to not know playoffs in 6 years.
Yeah, GP. They're, back in the day, I know. Shit, they've always been tough. They've always been tough.
No playoffs in 6 years. No district championship in 12 years.
They'll be back. Davis leading the reins. They'll be back. Might not be this year. Who knows? But I think give them about 2-3 years, they'll be back on top. So who do you see for the 4 spots for playoffs?
Early preseason stuff.
Yeah, just our opinion. Just what do you think?
I'm not going to say don't crucify me in the comments. Do crucify me. That's what we want you guys commenting. My early preseason stuff is that I have Flower Bluff not making the playoffs.
Oh, wow.
And I have I have King and Carroll getting in the playoffs.
King and Carroll, okay.
This post is gonna get so many laugh emojis, but I'm telling you, I seen Carroll and 7 is just 7-on-7, but their skill kids looked really, really good. The energy was really, really good from their coaching staff. King and Carroll are going to be my surprise teams this year in the local 5A district. The other 2 teams, I just think Vets gets in again, even though they lost so much. Because I've seen them when they were younger, and they've been good ever since. They were good when they were in the 7th, 8th, 9th. Yeah, so I don't see vets. I don't see vets missing, even though they lost a lot of kids. Carroll, King, vets, my 4th.
Okay.
It's tough because Moody brings back a lot too, and they bring back a lot of really good skilled kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
Carroll, King, vets. It's hard to say Victoria School will make it.
Yeah, they're unpredictable.
But it's early, so who cares?
Yeah, it's
Carroll,
early.
King, Vets, and Moody are my 4 playoff picks for this district.
Okay. Well,
Let's
here
yours. What is yours?
Here are my 4. You know, I think.
GP. You're gonna say GP. I know.
No, not GP. Veterans. I'm gonna say they you know, they'll make it in. See, I'm opposite of you. I think Corpus Christi, Flower Bluff will make it.
You got that.
Just because.
Vets and Flower Bluff.
Just because. I know how.
Because you're scared to run a limb like me.
They're coached by a great coach, and their quarterback. I think that experience he brings. Even though he's missing that running back that was for 4 years and
20 years.
but he had other receivers too. But so, yeah, I mean, I'm counting Flower Bluff in, so I'm having Vets, Flower Bluff, and then I'm gonna go King. My God, I think my godson's gonna tear it up for King.
I do too. We're a little
And-
biased,
and,
you know. It's our friend, but I
think they're gonna surprise a lot of people. You know, hopefully, you know, they'll make the playoffs. But I think Doug Foster, Coach Doug Foster. I think last year was his first year. I think this year he already knows what's going on. He's had a whole year, more than that, you know, to prepare. But I think it's going to be good for King. I think we're going to see King in there. So I have Veterans Memorial, King, Flower Bluff, and I got one more.
It's tough with the Victorians.
Yeah.
It's hard to leave them out, but
Yeah.
we know more about the local Corpus. And
Yeah.
So, yeah, we've seen them. And
It's a toss up between Carroll and Moody. Man, I think they're probably like the same.
so
Equal,
we're both leaving the 2 Victoria schools out.
So, man, if I take my pick, I'd probably lean more to Moody.
Moody
Just
or Carroll.
because they have the 2-headed monster
Yeah, they bring back a lot. And it's tough.
at running back.
Everybody in the district brings back a lot, except for the 2 Victoria schools. I think that's what's making it easier to say.
Yeah,
This is the year the
there's,
2
you know,
Victoria schools
you know, some love to the Victoria schools. Like I said, we mentioned West has those 2 receivers. Who knows? I mean, they can take the number 4 spot. You know, so it's all up to the kids. How bad do they want it? You know, how bad do these coaches want it? So that's what it comes down to. That's what it's so exciting about Friday Night Lights. You know, because anything can happen. You know, it's awesome.
Yeah, sometime before the week of the very first game, we want to start having guests on here. So if there's any coaches watching, or if there's anyone watching that knows any of the coaches that might want to be on the show, we'd like to have coaches on the show to talk about their season. Doug Foster, if you're watching, come on. Brent Davis, you know Brent Davis. You can get Brent Davis.
Chris Steinbuck, you know him.
Coach Juan Rodriguez, I have you on Facebook. If you're watching this, let me know. Come on the show, talk about what you think your Carroll Tigers are going to do this year.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be an interesting 5A district matchups. That's because after week 1, it's district.
King, Carroll, Moody, and Vets. That's who I got. Tell me in the comment section why I am right.
And I got Flower Bluff, King, Veterans, and Moody. Do the same thing.
Tell him why he's right.
Yeah.
But either way,
Or if
one of
I'm
us is right and you guys are all wrong.
Yeah. So,
That's all I know. That's the way we're going to put it down. Yeah, we're going to cut it. We're going to cut it short here. We just, like we said, we don't want our videos to ever go over 30 minutes. It is what it is right now, but the better stuff will come once there's matchups to talk about, like we said, in 2 weeks. 3 weeks. But once the scrimmages start, we'll be going to scrimmages also and watching a couple of scrimmages. I think we're going to watch like 2 or 3 scrimmages that very first week. So we'll have some games to talk about here. Next week we'll be doing the 4As. There's going to be a lot of 4As, so that's probably going to go longer than whatever this one's going to
it'll
go.
probably be broken up to part 1 or part 2.
Like we said, we're
Division
trying to keep it
1,
around
Division
30 minutes, but who
that's
knows how it's going to go.
That's going to be interesting. 4A. That's a lot of local teams.
Yeah, I think most of the people on my page are the 4A fans.
4A, yeah.
4A and then Fukio.
Hashtag 2A.
Yeah, so next week's episode. But yeah, even if we're talking about a team that you don't represent, we appreciate you guys watching. And like I said, hitting the share button helps out a lot to spread this. The more fans we get on our page, the better. It'll be a lot more exciting once the season starts. Everyone wants to talk trash on the page. Once the wins and losses start coming, you're all going to want to talk trash, and you're all going to want people on your side to defend you in the comments. So tag your friends that are fans of your team that you like. Share these videos, share the posts we make on our page, and that'll help us grow. That'll help your fan base on our page grow. So don't think of it as you're just doing it for us. Do it for yourself, to have your own your fan base represented. When I decide what kind of videos or graphics to make, a lot of it is based also on if I know it's going to get shares and likes. So if your fan base is represented more on my page, it's just the way it is. It's going to get more graphics and videos. I wish it can't be even for, if I share something and it gets one like and no shares, like I did one time for John Paul II. It got 1 like and like no shares. Like I'm not going to do another John Paul II. This is not worth my time.
Yeah.
Get your fan bases represented in our page, and then it'll get your teams more attention in our page. That's just how it works.
I agree.
Yeah. But thank you guys for watching again this week, and yeah, just bear with us. These shows will get better, like we said. Once there's scores to talk about and matchups to talk about.
Yeah,
and
like
all of you are going to be fighting in the comment section. And
I'm new to this, so but got old Sergio Bloodsport over here, so
yeah.
But yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be exciting.
But yeah, hit that share button. And thank you guys for watching.
Hey, can I get a face mask like that?
You can. There's one and only right here. Let me know in the comment section how beautiful you think I look with this face mask on. It'll help decide if I wear it again next week.
I think it looks dumb.
Well, nobody cares what you think, Brian.
Well, it looks dumb.
Whatever. All right, guys. Thank you, guys.
You look like a fucking umpire.
Ah, shit.
Oh, shit.